What's gone wrong for Spain at this year's World Cup? Several things have gone wrong for Spain at this World Cup. I think the victory over Costa Rica gave them a false sense of superiority and confidence. The Germany, Japan, and Morocco results, not good reading. Drawn one, lost one, and then lose one on penalties after extra time. And yeah, I think the Costa Rica game gave them a false sense of superiority, I think, and confidence. I think, and a bit of arrogance in there. The Germany game proved that this was a poor Germany side, that actually Spain don't have the freewheeling goal scoring ability that we all think they had after Costa Rica. Because Costa Rica, in my opinion, was an aberration and a one-off. Absolute one-off. And Spain nearly got knocked out of the group. That's how, not taking advantage of an absolutely dreadful Germany side nearly cost him in the group stage. Bear that in mind. Also, taking just one centre forward or striker in Morata. I'm trying to figure that one out. I really am. Not playing Koke in the Morocco game and sticking with Busquets, who was clearly out. Busquets is past his best by a couple of years, and while Busquets has won a lot as a player, he's normally been surrounded by better players that make him look world class. In my opinion, unpopular opinion that may be, but he looked really average against Morocco. Amrabat schooled him in the defensive midfielder role. Absolutely schooled him. Had twice the energy, twice the commitment, and twice the guile. Busquets looked lost. Playing players out of position. Slow, methodical possession with no end product and no outball, no plan B. Because when they even had Morata and Sarabia on the field and Williams, it was sort of plan A, 1B kind of thing. It wasn't a change of tactic and a complete let's be a bit more direct and a bit more through. The passing was not positive enough. It was all in front of the Moroccan defence and to a certain extent the German defence in the second group game. I didn't see the Japan final group game, so I can't comment on games I haven't seen, but I obviously know the result. And so when you are forced to go wide, you need players to go in the box. And when Morata was finally on the field, it was 1-4 or 1-3, and he's just been completely. There's no one else supporting that secondary knockdown, that 50-50 challenge. And then when it came to the extra time penalty shootout, Luis Enrique looked very, very absent of authority. He's handing complete responsibility to his players. Apparently, he only selected 3 of the penalty takers, and 3 of them missed. And he looked he stayed away. He wasn't involved on, he seemed very passive in the extra time. Sat on the bench. He didn't seem to be giving a lot of direction to his players. And in reality, he didn't want to tactically change it. He's very resistant to a plan B or a tactical change. He's very resistant to admitting he's got things wrong for 90% of that game. It was only when Sarabia came on that they hit that post right at the end and they actually looked like they could actually run this Moroccan defence all over the place. Bearing in mind, their captain was playing on one leg, their best centre-back. They had made 3 defensive changes due to possible injury, and they were out on their feet. And it took until 115 minutes into the game for Sarabia to be injected. Why did they not start with Williams, Sarabia and Morata up front? I don't think Morocco would have lived with that pace, but it was all in front of Morocco and they choked out that middle third of the field, formed a narrow box and said, pass around, go round us. You can't pass through us, you're passing in front of us. So I think, while Spanish clubs in Europe, and of course Real Madrid and Villarreal in recent seasons have won European silverware in the European club competitions, which is fantastic, especially for Villarreal. That's a fantastic achievement. And I will be doing my Villarreal club history video because I think they are really a really underdog club in Spain. And they've had great success with Spanish clubs in Europe making finals and winning silverware over the last decade and a half. And historically overall as well. The national side, apart from that brief window between 2008 and 2012, in reality they haven't been successful. In reality. They've won 3 European Championships all time and 1 World Cup, but there's that period at the end of the 2000s and the beginning of the last decade, 2010s, about 10, 12 years ago, where they were the best international setup going. But the style they play has changed somewhat, because when they reached their peak between 2008 and 2012, they actually had more strike options. They had like a David Villa, they had a Fernando Torres, and you could play them slightly out of position, but they were a good combination up front. What you have now is they've just gone into this play the perfect passing goal. Basically, they want to score the perfect goal, and not having Morata and Sarabia, for example, lethal strikers really and wingers on the field, doesn't make any sense. So the actual style has actually evolved, and in a negative way. So they can control 60-70% of the possession, but actually have less shots on target than the opposition, who have 29% of the ball. Morocco actually had more shots on target in the 90 minutes plus extra time. Let that sink in. And Morocco created half the chances with shots off target as well. That sums up. The shooting percentage was woeful. Morocco had a far better shooting percentage, at around 30% shots on target out of all shots created, compared to one shot on target out of 13. Let that sink in. Shooting percentage, pace of passing, tactical ineptitude, and resistance to tactically change things when plan A is not working. So there you go. That's, I think, what's gone wrong for Spain at the 2022 World Cup. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.